Welcome to the Blessed Bees Live Show. It's your host, Marcus Sullivan, man. Sunday, sit down. I've been waiting on this interview for a long time. Look like I'm not the only one that got goosebumps for this interview. In the building this morning, you know her from all of the classic films. You know her from her heart. And you know her from the Holy Spirit, Miss AJ Johnson. Good morning. What's happening, sis? You good?
Listen, I'm better than good.
Yeah?
I am just on fire for how God has chosen to bless me.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting to talk to you because
I've been waiting to talk
I want
to you.
to share so much of it.
Yeah. So there's so much that we will definitely cover. We'll cover your past, but I really want to know about where you are now and where you're going. So what brings you through right now?
Well, I'm promoting a couple of projects, but primarily Stuck With You, which I'm really excited about. It's my new series on UMC.
Okay.
And I'm excited for a couple reasons. One of my best friends, Patricia Cuffey-Jones, created, directed, produced it. And number two, I'm playing a character I've never done before, which is awesome. I'm playing a publicist. The story is about a few couples, but the main couple is trying to navigate the fame from their public appearance versus the truth, which is their relationship is falling apart by the second behind closed doors. Yeah. So it's a lot of what we probably see on social media these days. Okay. And we're saying hashtag relationship goals. Okay. But do we really know
what relationship goals are? Yeah.
Do we really know the truth?
Yeah.
So I play Stephanie, the publicist and best friend of Candace. And she is the one that's a replacing R&B star that is trying to come back in the game and forward in the game. And I play her best friend and publicist. Yeah. So it's a really nice opportunity for me to play a lot of the business savvy that I've learned over the years on the other side of the fence, if you will, in the business. So Stuck With You. Each episode premieres Thursday night. Okay. So this is our 4th week. Wow. 6 episodes, first season. Yeah. And just really excited about it. Excited to be forward as an actress again on camera.
I was going to ask you about that.
You notice I didn't say back. I'm forward.
Yeah.
Because I'm completely different. My reasons for doing it are different. Yeah. The roles I'm choosing, the people I'm working with is different. It's amazing.
Speaking of the roles, you did just say something that you've never done.
Yeah.
Still, after with all of your experience in the acting world, what makes you want to still try some new stuff that stretch yourself that you've never done?
Because I feel like that's the definition of life. Mm-hmm. You know, do what you've never done. Yeah. And that's where you grow. And that's where you go. Yeah. And so I just feel like as an artist, as an actress, as a person, I love acting as a platform because it helps me find different aspects of myself, different characteristics in creating this new and different person. Wow. And so, like I said, I've never been able to portray a character where I get to use AJ's business savvy in a role. Okay. So, as well as fashion, Stephanie is high fashion, high profile, boss publicist, killing the game on that side. Yeah. And so I just love that aspect of life and business. And so now I get to portray her. When
this first thing got birthed, the whole idea of it, what was your initial thought about doing the series?
Well, as God would have it, Patricia Cuffey-Jones said, hey, I've got something I think you're perfect for. What are you doing in July? Yeah. And this was July 2019. Okay. And I said, whatever you're doing, because I'd already prayed for working with producers and directors I loved, characters that I had never done that I love, working with a cast that I loved, and a script that I loved. Yeah. And so all of that love doesn't happen every day. And so when she said that, I said, well, I'm doing whatever you're doing. I just want to work with you. Yeah. And she was like, no, for real. I've got a project I want you to do. And I said, I'm in. Tell me what my call time is. Nice. And that's how it came to be. I hadn't read the script. I didn't know the details about the character. But she and I are so connected that I trusted her. Yeah. And if she said that I was particularly right for it, there was nothing for me to question.
Yeah. Y'all got to check her out. I definitely got to check it out. Stuck With You
on UMC, new streaming platform, which is another reason I love it. I haven't been pursuing acting for over 10 years and to come forward in the game with all these platforms, all these new networks and outlets for content. Okay. New producers, new directors. It's just, it used to be one thing, either TV or film, network or cable. Yeah. Now it's, you could just do it wherever, however, YouTube, you could do it anywhere. Yeah. And I think that's amazing. Yeah. So I'm just glad to be part of the game.
Yeah. You watching this on the YouTubes or you watching this wherever you are, you like, man, I know her. That's Baby Boy. Yes. That's House Party. Yeah. Now this is Stuck With You. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then you just started talking about new, right? Yeah. I was trolling your IG. right? You got a lot of new
I'm flattered that you trolling my IG.
I'm telling you, I'm out there. I'm out there. I'm trolling you. But you do got a lot of new things going on. You got the health and fitness. This new year, new you. Let's talk about it.
New Year, New You is actually a campaign that I live every year.
Yeah.
I'm really serious about the new year. My birthday's January 2nd, so I take that serious about what do I do myself to renew and reboot and refuel.
Okay.
And so IG really started it because I started posting a lot of the assignments I give myself on IG. And everybody kept saying, oh my God, more.
What kind of assignments, AJ?
So like stuff like, figure out what didn't work for you in the year before and think of one thing you can do different to produce different results.
Okay.
New creates new,
right.
Different creates different. So trying to do the same old thing but looking for new results in a new year doesn't work.
Right.
So you have to be new to live new, to create new. And that's where New Year, New You comes in.
Right.
So that's one assignment. Another one quick is, what can you let go of to be new in the new year?
Okay.
So you have an answer?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I can let go.
You're the only one in the room.
Nah, I mean, there's people out there.
Yeah.
But everybody on YouTube said, who, me? We can let go of procrastination. How about that?
That's a concept. It's got to be a behavior. That's a new thing in 2020.
Okay.
No more living in concepts. Living in behaviors, which means like people say, I want to be fearless. That's a concept.
That's a concept.
What can you do? What's the behavior? What's the action that represents your fearlessness?
So if I said I want to be fearless and I wanted to skydive, is that?
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's the behavior that represents fearlessness.
Okay, so I do not want to turn in projects late anymore.
Perfect.
Okay, so that kills my procrastination.
There you go.
You just taught me something new.
See?
Yeah.
But I actually posted that like the first Sunday of 2020. I said, one of the things I'm noticing, because I do one of our biggest website sellers, the ajzone.com, is I do 30-minute consultations for $30. And it started as a Christmas sale a year ago.
Okay.
Now it's our biggest website production. And I'm talking to people worldwide.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. I hope I'm helping them. But what they're doing for me is they're showing me where us as a people are having issues. And the one thing I found was a lot of people talk about fear.
Yeah.
And a lot of people try to move forward in their new, but they're talking about concepts.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, in 2020, it's the year of clear. That's what I'm calling it.
Year of clear.
The year of clear.
Okay.
You got to be clear about your behavior. What are you doing to produce the new and different result?
Yeah.
So we got to stop talking in concept.
Yeah.
We got to say, you know what? I'm going to be more faithful. Okay, great. But what does that look like?
Yeah.
Where are you demonstrating your faith? You can't just say I'm going to be faithful.
Yeah.
How does that look in your life?
Yeah, so much spirit coming off of you. AJ Johnson in the bit. Let's talk about this fitness, this fit life.
Listen, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not a workout. It's a fit life.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle, nutritionally, spiritually, mentally. All platforms have to be covered.
Have you always, and let's go all the way back to the 10-year-old AJ, right? Have you always been this athlete, this fitness person?
At 10 years old, it was more dance.
Okay.
I was horseback riding.
Okay.
I was figure skating.
Yeah.
Taking all genres of dance.
People tuning in. Where'd you grow up? Where you from?
I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
Fairhaven, New Jersey, small town. And my parents put me in jazz, ballet, tap, toe, African dance.
Yeah.
And I was also, like I said, horseback riding lessons, figure skating lessons. I was that little girl.
Okay.
And then I think by the time I got to high school, and I also pop one or cheerleading.
Okay.
I was always active. And then by the time high school hit, it was, JV basketball, member of the track team. I ran 110 hurdles.
Look at you.
You know.
I'm a 400-meter kind of guy myself.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So we're talking the same
You
language.
got a long jump anyway. Okay,
Relay. I was 4-man relay.
Okay, look at you.
I was a starter.
Okay,
What you know about that?
at you. Okay.
What you know about that?
I'm just an open quarter horse. That's all I am. Yeah.
As well as president of the drama club, debate team. So I've always been very active, physically and mentally.
When did acting hit you?
In high school.
Okay.
In high school. I was always in the school plays.
Okay.
Mostly a background player.
Okay.
And then the drama teacher, I'll never forget, Rumson Fairhaven High School, New Jersey, gave me a lead in a couple of different plays. And then by the time I got to Spelman and I was in Atlanta, I was active in the theater genre in the city, as well as on campus, even though I was studying the sciences for pre-med.
Let's dig deep. Take us through the day or that moment when it hit. Boom. Hollywood. AJ Johnson got that role. What role was it? And when did you realize, this is my life?
That's such a great question.
Yeah. That's what I do.
It hit when Reggie and Warrington Hudlin said to me, there's nobody else for this role. You got to do this movie. And I had already worked with Tisha Campbell Martin in School Days.
So the movie we're talking about?
I was going to get to that. You asking me the story. I'm trying to give you all the drama.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to give you the drama of the moment. Tisha Campbell Martin had already been a star.
Yeah.
I met Tisha when she was the star of School Days.
Yeah.
And I had a few lines. I was just getting in the game. That particular film, Spike Lee used to get me my Taft-Hartley, which is my Screen Actors Guild membership.
Okay.
Which is what you need to be part of the industry
Teach
as an
them.
actor.
Yeah.
Feature films. So I moved to LA. Still didn't really know what I was doing, but moved to LA. So, became part of In Living Color.
Yeah.
Did a lot of music videos.
What was your people saying at this point? Girl, go get you a real. What were they saying?
Well, nobody was saying anything at this point because they had already said, you're tripping.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Let us know when you get ready to go to med school.
Okay.
Including my family.
Right.
So I was quiet. I was moving quietly. Stealth bomber.
Okay.
I was just pursuing my dreams, pursuing my goals, listening to God's guidance, believing in myself at this point. Because nobody else, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to anybody around me.
Right.
Here I am, a pre-med major from Spelman, thinking I could be, an actress in Hollywood. Like nothing said that was going to happen for me.
Yeah,
nothing in my background.
Wow.
Except for my love and passion for the arts. And so again, like I said, I was working, music videos, lead dancer. I did a couple of guest spots on TV. And then when they said, we need you for this role, now I'm starring in a film next to Tisha Campbell Martin, who was a star.
Yeah.
And so House Party was when I realized this is really happening. I'm getting ready to star in a film in Hollywood.
AJ Johnson in the building. That wasn't a classic like we know. Nobody knew that this movie was going to pop like that.
Not at all. We made $4,000 on that movie.
Wow.
That's it. Favorite Nations, which means we all make the same money.
Right.
It was a 30-day shoot. Reggie Warrington and Warrington Hudlin, Reggie Hudlin and Warrington Hudlin, producer, director, creators. They were very collaborative.
Yeah.
So I started my career with collaborative, amazing, innovative directors and cast. We were all just having a good time. Yeah. Seriously. We were all just coming together and having fun.
How was that character like AJ in real life? Because I already know where I'm going with this next, but
I don't even know where you're going with this.
Well, I want to get to the dance scene.
But can I also say that with Stuck With You, which is now, we're going back and forth, past, present, Stuck With You, I actually built Stephanie as my vision for her was what if Shireen from House Party grew up and became a publicist. Okay. Because Stephanie has that fire.
Shireen from the hood, though.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people from the hood that grow up and take over because that hood mentality is never take no for an answer. You can't tell me what I can and can't do. Yeah. I made it out the hood, so this is nothing. Okay. So again, it's like we haven't gotten into her backstory yet in these first episodes of the first season. Mm-hmm. But to me, in creating her, I was like, this is Shireen grown up. So what does that look like? Okay. Kind of fun, right? Yeah. Yeah. I had fun creating her.
So y'all want to see Shireen 2020 Stuck With You. Yes. All right. But how was Shireen and AJ?
Honestly, Shireen, that's a good question because you know what?
You played that girl.
But here's the interesting thing. Okay. Shireen gave AJ permission to be more bold, more outspoken, living out loud, just whoever she is. Like that fun, I don't care. Yeah. I'm doing my thing, Shireen. Let's take over the party. No, I don't want to dance with you. Yeah. All of that was not AJ. Okay. So Shireen gave AJ permission to be more like that. All right. So it's more that AJ took a lot from Shireen.
We're getting behind the scene exclusive about the $4,000 that AJ made on the classic House Party. Okay.
But wait, I got another tidbit. Okay. How about, I don't know if you ever saw the Burger King commercial that Play and I did. Okay. There's a line in the movie where he looks up to the window and says, if you come with me to get kid out of jail, I'll take you to Burger King. Yeah. And I go, Burger King? Yeah. Okay, they turned that into a commercial. Oh, wow. We made more money on the commercial than we did doing the movie.
Give it up for corporate sponsor.
I'm just saying. Wow. A lot of trivia behind that movie.
Question everybody who's watching wants to know. Take us through the dance scene.
I can't believe everybody's
How many
so
takes?
In that.
You're going to get...
well, here's the thing. It was not part of the script.
Wow.
Went to Reggie and said, I've never been to a party in my background where there's no dance battle. Like between Jersey, Spelman. Right. I'm a Delta. Shout out to my Sorors Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. Absolutely.
Okay, Noose in the house. But
there we go. There we go. Great. See, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had never participated in a party where there wasn't some type of dance battle.
Yeah.
So I was like, we got to do a dance battle. As God would have it, literally, Tisha and I had done some choreography and dancing behind the scenes for some music groups as friends.
Okay.
And now it was our chance to bring our dance together, our togetherness, our choreography to the screen.
Wow.
And so Reggie was like, oh, we have to do it. So it actually was a lunchtime, I believe, that finally became a scene where we shot it.
Yeah.
We shot it probably 3 or 4 times. That's it. A full shot, close-ups.
Yeah.
And that was one of the scenes that in cinema history, I don't quote me because I'm not sure if it was the only time, but I know it was one of the first times where the handheld camera was used. So I remember Reggie saying, don't pay attention to the camera, but just follow where it is. So if it's looking down, it's on your hips. If it's looking at your feet, it's on your feet.
Wow.
And so all of that energy that you got in that scene was probably one of the first times the handheld camera was used.
If y'all watching this on YouTube, click the next tab, go find the scene. Everybody, people reenact this scene at weddings and stuff till to this day.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's mind-blowing to me. And we're celebrating 30 years.
Oh, wow.
2020 is our 30th year anniversary.
Wow.
So could I have predicted? No, not at all. And it's amazing. I love it.
We'll continue to go through your career. I want to talk about you being in Ghana, but the other classic, I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna get me in trouble. The other classic is where I fell in love.
And it's called
Baby Boy. Yeah. If I want to bring a man all up and through here,
I'll bring a man all up and through here.
Okay.
Because it's my house.
Yeah.
Mine.
You better do
not
this.
Yours.
You better do this. How'd you get that role? Why'd you take that role? Like, when I first saw that, I was like, wait, she his mom. No, ain't. Mamas don't. Yeah.
John Singleton said, I didn't audition the first go rounds. John had done about 2 or 3 screen tests.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, his mom, because John and I were friends since House Party.
Yeah.
He visited the set of House Party. So I knew him. I knew his family. I knew some of his kids already.
Okay.
And I believe his mom said, you need to get AJ.
Wow.
And he was like, right. And what they were looking for that at the time, I think he was having a hard time finding, was the maturity for someone to play mom, but the youthfulness and spirit so that you would mistake her for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because that was the confusion on purpose.
Yeah.
It
worked.
Two kids growing up together.
Yeah.
One just called mama, trying to navigate life.
Right.
And that was the point.
Yeah.
And so he called me and said, come in, I want your screen test with Ving, and let's see what happens. And so I kicked and screamed. I said no twice.
Wow.
And he finally said, why? Because I didn't want to play someone's mom. It was at a point in my career where I knew that could be the film to push me into just doing mama roles.
Right.
Not knowing what God had for me next. I was just kind of fighting that. And then my dad, rest his soul, I sent him the script because he was like my best friend, acting coach, the whole bit. And he said, you have to do this. I don't believe you've turned it down twice. You have to do this project. And I said, why? And he said, because I understand all that you're going to bring to it. Mm-hmm. There's a sense of humor you're going to bring to it. There's a sense of love confused with life that you're going to bring to it. He said, you've got a lot of different experiences that a lot of these other actresses don't have that you can bring to this. Yeah. Even just from going to college, going to a HBCU, pledging Delta. Like, there's so many other experiences you can find nuances to bring your experiences to this role that nobody else can. And once my dad said that, I was like, I'm talking to the wrong person. I got to call John. Let me tell him I'll do it.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
How does it feel knowing that you've been a part of 2 major classic films, right? I'm asking you in an interview years later, you get these questions all the time, right? How does that make you feel to be like, man, my career, I've did a lot, but I left a mark right here?
It chokes me up to even hear you say that.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Because I don't see myself like that.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, girl.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't.
Praise God.
Yeah, I don't. I'm so busy living it.
Yeah.
That to hear it back at me, you see how the response it gets even inside of me, because I feel like that's what it feels like when there's an assignment on your life.
Yeah.
You're just living and doing what you do, and God has a plan for you in it. I know that I represent a lot of brown skin girls that grew up with color issues.
Yeah.
I didn't. So to jump into Hollywood
Yeah.
and be my comfortable self, as brown as I am, I never knew that I was touching so many women around the world, giving them confidence and motivating them to be their beautiful brown-skinned selves in a world that didn't necessarily salute us. I had no idea until I was growing up in the business.
I've always said, man, and even myself being an on-air radio person, I think, I say this all the time, in life, we get on our treadmill of what we're doing.
Right.
And we just go, and then it takes somebody to sit on the other side and be like, girl, you know who you are? You know what I mean? But I got to ask the next question for the fellas out here, because I know I'm going to get them in my comments.
We're going from laughing to
Yeah, because I got to ask you. At the height of all of this, you in Hollywood, you the brown-skinned girl, right? You make brown-skinned girls pop it, right?
See, even to hear you say that.
What was it like being the sex symbol, though?
I never knew that's what I was.
Wow.
I just knew that I love to dance, always have.
Yeah.
You know, you have to remember, I was coming from an HBCU environment.
Yeah.
I was coming from an environment that, especially in Atlanta,
Okay.
you know, the brown-skinned girl, the darker the berry, sweeter the juice.
Yeah.
So I was not in an environment where my color was ever a negative.
Yeah.
You know, even growing up, my dad had all these nicknames for me. You know, the first man in my life, my father.
Okay.
You know, caramel, sweet chocolate. I grew up worshiping my chocolate self. So to have a chance to bring that to the world, I was just excited about that. So I had no idea that I was becoming the sex symbol. I had no idea that guys were like, oh my God. I had no idea.
And let me tell you, I'm going to get in trouble, but oh well.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm learning that more now in 2020 than I've ever known.
Very nice.
Because, you know, I think at the height of it is when I took my steps to the side to create my business, to build my brand, and not knowing how long God was going to have me there. 10, 14 years passed.
Yeah.
And now I'm forward on camera as an actress. And so I'm hearing it more now.
Yeah.
And I'm blown away because I had no idea I was looked at like that.
Stuck with you, megastar. We all grew up loving you, AJ Johnson in the building. Let's talk about you today.
Today.
Ghana. Whew. Something about you said all of us need to go over.
We have no idea who we are.
Yeah.
And there's no article that's going to tell us. There's no story I can share that's going to tell you. You have to have the experience.
When was the first time you went over?
December 2018.
Okay.
Going into New Year's. I was there for the Full Circle Festival New Year's, which is the organization that Boris and Nicole Cujo and Bosima St. John, all Ghanaian background, Ghanaian Americans, they took a group of friends over.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell the truth. I was going for a New Year's turn up. A New Year's birthday, get down.
Let's get
you know, I was like, I just wanted an epic, you know, I always do something special, but primarily traveling to the islands.
Yeah.
And this particular year, I just decided I need something epic. I need something that's going to be life-changing. I want to look around every day to something new.
Yeah.
New year, new you.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the new I wanted that year.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I've never been to the continent. I've got friends going.
Yeah.
There's not a better time or experience to experience Africa for the first time than with friends. And I was like, I'm going.
Yeah.
And I went. And to get off the plane, to hear the drums, to smell the food, to be embraced by the kings and queens that are our family. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
You know, our closest experience is Wakanda and Black Panther.
Absolutely.
We know that was make-believe, the name, but that is truly Ghana. That's Africa.
Wow.
You know, the clothing, the jewelry, like we are from royalty. We just were shipped off to America 400 years ago and grew up with fake names.
Right.
And I say that because, you know, our names mean something. Our names in Africa are not only our character being identified, but it's also our geography. You know where someone's from in based on the name.
Yeah.
And so I got renamed when I was there and promised myself and my tribe in Africa that I would walk in the power of my name.
Yeah.
So I'm now AJ Aquia Otrabia Johnson.
Don't do me like this.
I can't even say it without feeling different.
We were talking prior to the interview, and I'm giving y'all the exclusive, and we found out you're from Jersey. We said that.
Yeah.
And Hollywood.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Hollywood. Ghana. Right? And we were just talking off the air, and you gave me a gem. You were saying how you're from everywhere.
Yeah, you were
I was
saying,
asking you about home.
You were saying, so when are you home? Because I was telling you my travels since December. I mean, I went to Ghana for Christmas, December. Also experienced the Ivory Coast while I was in Africa. Came back to the States and did my New Year, New You. I did it on the Capital Jazz cruise ship, as well as I did a workshop in LA February 1st called You Are Royalty, because I'm trying to spread the knowledge and the experience of what I've experienced. So I did St. Martin, St. John, St. Vincent, I think. And then I went to Miami twice, Atlanta, New York, now in Houston, on my way back to Ghana and Senegal, and then come back in April to DC. And that's all it's only March 4th. Wow. Today, right? Yeah. So when you said to me, so when do you go home? Yeah. I'm learning that home is where my soul is. Yeah. And so, God is saying, go where I send you. Yeah. And that's part of my daily devotions. And I keep getting that. Interesting. I get Lead the Lost, which is also deep for me. Okay. And I get Go Where I Send You. So home has a new definition for me.
When's your faith get so strong? When's your spirit, man, get so strong? This has always been in you, or it took some life?
No, it took major life. Yeah. It took losing both my parents to cancer and surviving that. Yeah. Deciding to survive it. Because, with any loss, if anybody's experienced death, especially an interfamily death, and primarily a parental death, it's easy to stay in the bed for the rest of your life. Right. Or just say, forget it, I'm done. And I know that my parents didn't raise her. And so for all they poured into me, I knew that I was supposed to do something to help other people. And so I knew that my heart and soul is of a life of service. So I was trying to figure out how to do that. And it's not only in the AJ Zone, my healthy living company, but even as an actress, I'm choosing roles that can speak to women, that can speak to people. And that's on purpose. I don't need to be Denzel's nurse just to have a new film out. Yeah. I'm trying to look for projects and roles that mean something and have a message. Yeah. And that's my choice. Right. And the fact that I get to do it like that now, now it's more of a hobby than it is a career choice. And I'm able to have fun with it now. Yeah. For a lot of women that are watching this that love you also, because we know the guys, I ain't going to go back there. But do you do this when you say it?
Yeah, I have to, that's what they doing too, right? No, but for the women that are watching, talk about
you can't be asking me these questions with no tissue. You got me over here crying. Can I have a tissue?
I'll get you some tissue.
Please. I'm like, you got me. You going deep. I didn't expect this.
What's your Instagram?
The AJ Zone.
Right. And then you have AJ Zone.
The AJ Zone on Twitter.
Right.
And on Facebook, the AJ Zone.
So what is the AJ Zone?
The AJ Zone is the zone where you reach for your better. Mm-hmm. Whatever your better is. It may be better spirituality. It may be better understanding of who you are in the world. It may be you need to be better with your time management, better in your relationships, better whatever your better is, and everybody's better is different. Yeah. And so because I live a life of trying to reach my better every day, thank God people started asking for my advice because they could see it. Mm-hmm. People who are around me. Yeah. Actually, like I said, I was busy living it. Yeah. People around me said, I'm seeing a different energy. I'm seeing brighter eyes. I'm seeing you happier. I'm seeing a low stress personality. Yeah. Like, what's happening? And I was like, well, and Tisha Campbell actually named it. She was like, I want to live in that zone. I want to live in the zone. I'm going to live in the AJ zone. Yeah. Where, you cut people off, you saying yes or no to projects. Like, how do you get to that? Yeah. And so that's how the business got named.
When we were walking in, we were talking about dieting too, right?
Nutritional lifestyle.
Let's talk about, because it's going to be women like, man, she's still looking good.
It's not a diet. Yeah. It's a lifestyle. The same thing. It's not a workout. Yeah. It's a fitness lifestyle. It's choosing what helps you be your best self. For me, my best physical self, the way I want to look, my skin, my hair, my energy, my attitude, it comes from what I'm eating. Yeah. And I've done it long enough to know that, I can be sluggish 2 a.m. and beg for a coffee if I eat red meat. Okay. And so I stopped that.
No red meat.
No red meat, no pork. Yeah. Little chicken, a lot of fish. Okay. Because I just like the way it makes me look. Yeah. The fish oil is different than the chicken fat.
There you go.
And so when you start to really get specific with what you're putting in your system, you see the results of it.
Yeah.
And people don't know that. Dry hair, dry skin, cloudy eyes, no energy. That's coming from what you're fertilizing your body with, or not.
Yeah.
Tons of water. Yeah.
I'm on it.
With it.
I'm on it. No pork, no beef. Now I'm still on my chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm definitely on the fish because that fish oil, it keeps us. That myth is true. The black don't crack, but the fish oil is.
But let me say this: it will crack if you don't take care of it.
If you don't take care of it.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
It will crack now.
Yeah.
You just got to take care of it.
You are definitely the follow that everybody should go to, and just watch this transitioning of you. You got Stuck With You. You on episode 4?
Episode 4 this week.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Check out Love and Hip Hop Miami soon.
Wait, hold on. No, you did.
I love that response. Wait, hold on.
Wait, well, no, tell us. Give me the scoop. Are you on that?
Keep watching and see if you recognize somebody on Love and Hip Hop Miami very soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
know what I love?
Go ahead.
I love that I'm doing this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, without even asking or trying. And I prayed. I decided to surrender to God's will on my life.
Yeah.
And that started in December 18 when I first went to Africa.
Okay.
I said, you know what? I'm obedient. I'm surrendering. Because Lord knows I've tried it my way.
Yeah.
And I'm not the success I want in my life. Not just career, but in my life.
Yeah.
I want different relationships. I want different platforms. I prayed for expanded territory.
Yeah.
I prayed for, once I went to Africa last year, I prayed for expanded territory in Africa.
Okay.
And let's remember, it's just March. And I've already done Ghana, Ivory Coast, going back to Ghana, Senegal, going to Kumasi. It's the blessings. I'm in overflow. I'm in overflow season.
All right. My last 2 questions.
What?
We in this overflow.
Yeah.
My guys on my comments on the YouTube on this interview right now. What does a guy have to step to you, and how does a guy get your attention?
A guy gets my attention by paying more attention to who I am as a woman.
Okay.
And what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And how dedicated I am to my purpose.
Okay.
More than my career or my celebrity.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys get affected by the outside, and I'm flattered by that.
Yeah.
But what keeps my attention is what's going on the inside.
Love it.
So if you think I'm bad and hot on the outside, let's have a conversation and learn who I am on the inside.
Yeah.
And then you'll really be turned on.
Well, I enjoyed for the last 30 minutes learning a lot about you, your past. I learned some things about you. And
Tell me one thing you learned.
That you are a Delta.
Right.
You're from Jersey.
Yes.
You don't do pork or beef.
Right.
You ran track.
I love it.
And you got a great spirit about yourself.
Well,
so
it's, like I said, I've been waiting to talk to you because for me, this interview is not for me.
Yeah.
This interview is for anybody who needs to hear.
Yeah.
Let go of the ceiling that you put on your life. Like there's no limits. God doesn't create limits. We do.
Yeah.
And as soon as you remove the limits, all of a sudden you move from harvest season, which is great.
Yeah.
And I feel like now that I'm in overflow season, I know the difference.
Gotcha.
Harvest season is when some of your prayers get answered.
Got it.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But then overflow is when God just keeps pouring and pouring and pouring. And you have to learn how to keep up. Like, I feel like I'm playing tennis with Serena Williams right now. I do. And I'm like, oh my God, do I duck or do I swing? I don't know what to do. The ball's coming at me 129 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? But, that's how God works. So we just have to stay ready. So for anybody who needs to hear that, it's all about being ready. Do the work to be ready.
Yeah. Last thing. Shireen. Did she really like kid or play?
I love you're asking this. Shireen was into whoever she feels like at that time.
I can believe that.
And again, Shireen had choices.
Yeah.
Shireen was in high school with options. Hello? Shireen had options. She told you, I'm just playing the averages. One's going to be on punishment, one's going to be available.
Yeah.
She tells you that. I'm just playing the averages. Didn't she say that?
Yeah, she just said that.
Then you know who she is.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
A woman with options.
Yeah,
Gotta love her.
that's what she was. Tell everybody how they can reach you.
At the AJ Zone. Holler at me. I love talking.
Yeah.
I promote all my travels and my life experience. My Instagram is more for that. Like I want to share God's goodness and be an example because I feel like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like the assignment on my life is to be an example of there's no limits. Let go of your age, hold on to your life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are. Follow your purpose and your passion.
All right. Stuck with you. I'm definitely going to go catch up.
You have to.
Yeah. And then Love and Hip Hop, I'm going to have to troll you on there too.
And then some great content coming up on BET.
Yeah.
And TV One.
Okay.
So I tell you, God's got me an overflow.
I see.
Amen.
Yeah, God knows who to give the blessings to. My girl, AJ Johnson, hanging out with me for the last 35 minutes. It's the Blessed Be Show, Blessed Be Live. I'm at Marcus Sullivan Live on Instagram, Marcus E. Sullivan on Twitter. God bless the beats. We are out of here.